Is this all experiences in Asia, or are we talking about certain ones? All. So it's not possible to go and see an elephant without its spirit having been broken in this awful way.
Sadly, it's not. And as you said at the beginning of the programme, the great tragedy is the public believe that elephants like that interaction, that they like the public riding on their backs. They don't, they hate it. They're beaten into submission, as you said. One of the first things of Pajan that I saw was a baby elephant, probably about 5 months old, that had been stolen from its mother, and it was in a bamboo cage, and there was just enough of a slit for this little elephant to get its snout through. It was like a baby's hand asking for help. And every time the snout came through, it was whipped back by a bamboo cane. It broke my heart, and I just felt that I had to get involved with this campaign. It is shocking, it's appalling, and it's very important that the great British public know that if they are booking holidays that involve anything to do with elephants, they're supporting intense cruelty.
I mean, we have to look at... look at the other side.
But they mustn't go for interactive, close to personal holidays. Obviously, seeing them from afar in their natural habitat.
Yes. So a safari of some sort.
It's just participating, whether it's trekking, whether it's riding on them, whether it's bathing with them. That is what we are trying to ban, because that animal-human contact, which is only... It only happens because of them being tortured.
Yeah. I suppose one of the worries is that for a lot of communities, poaching was a source of...
Poaching, closing off the corridors, you know, so that human encroachment, which is
as well.
Every animal in the world.
And people don't want to have any part of that for obvious reasons.
Trade
or the ivory trade, everything that goes with it.
We're quite aware of that.
In a way, I feel that perhaps some groups have wanted to develop this as an alternative. You go on those because you love the elephant.
Exactly,
So is there any way that any experience could be developed in the tourism? Because these communities do have to...
Well,
it's a big
yes, there are great
thing
experiences.
For them, tourism,
absolutely. An alternative is needed, of course, because of the financial imperative. So, but that would have to be within the environment of sanctuary.
Yes. And they've done that very well in Africa. You know, they've changed their ways.
Check on elephants.
No, that's what I mean. What I mean is that they've created a whole industry based on care and keeping your distance and seeing them at watering holes, but you've got nothing
to do.
Yes,
where you actually learn more about
So it is possible, isn't it?
Yes, it is possible. And it's a very sad statistic also that I think 100 years ago there were 1 million elephants in Asia. There's now about 40,000.
So we're talking India...
And 1 in 4 are supposedly domesticated.
So we're talking India, Thailand, those sorts of places, Sri Lanka.
But also the other problem is the elephants that are owned by the temples. In Kerala, the largest temple owns about 60 elephants. And they, I mean, Ganesh is the elephant god that everybody knows India for. And yet these animals are made to stay out in boiling hot sunshine without any shade. They're shackled, they can't reach water to drink. They stand in their own droppings, so their feet start to rot. It's inhumane.
It's horrible. And also, I think that the public
hard, that, though, because if people come charging in and saying this is wrong, and you're talking about elephants in a temple, isn't that going to cause a huge amount of insult?
Well, yes, there is a problem as far as that's concerned, because people believe it's part to do with religion. This isn't to do with religion, it's to do with money. And so there is that element of it, because, as Rula said, Ganesh is the great elephant god. It's very important that one doesn't actually cross over between culture and cruelty, I think.
But the elephants are owned by the temples and they are rented out at something like £5,000 an hour. You know, for special ceremonies, for weddings, for...
And so we're basically calling for, if I might
Yes, I just want to find out what the petition is going to ask for.
We're calling for the government to actually bring in a law to ban all advertising that is to do with holidays that involve engagement with elephants. And also for the public to follow this wonderful charity, stae.org, and to contact their local MPs and say, will you support this? We're also handing a petition today at 10 Downing Street at midday, And if anyone's around, they're very happy to join us.
Oh, well, and it reminds me of, you know, sort of 15 years ago when we were talking about bears in Turkey.
Right.
You go on holiday and there's a bear, then none of us ever now think of that.
You now look at a bear dancing and know something.
Oh, you know there's
not
something
right.
absolutely wrong. Yeah, and actually I think money talks. So if you stop going to these places, there's no need for them to do it because the tourism revenue goes down.
Gone.
So in a sense, you know, not advertising and not going is part of the way of stopping it happening.
Totally.
Yeah.
This might be a comfort to you because ABSA has issued a statement saying that it supports Save the Asian Elephants' commitment to animal welfare and it discourages any practices where there is contact with elephants. But you'd like that to go even further.
We'd like it to go even further, and
Yep.
it's great that ABTA does support that, but they have to send the message to individual tour agents and say, take it off your books.
Yeah.
Take it off the list.
So nice
And if you're in
to talk to
any
you.
doubt, then look up on the Stay website.
And that'll tell you of good and bad places.
Which are the
in your views,
the places that are safe to go
That's
to.
good news. Thank you very much,
Brilliant.
both of you.
Thank you
Lovely to
very
see
much
you.
indeed.